Hi there, everyone. My name is Eric Richards, and today we are going to continue our mini-series talking about how to see a home, or from my point of view, how to show a home from Colorado Springs and homes built in the 1990s up into the early 2000s. These homes represent definitely a lot of the real estate in Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs experienced some tremendous growth, namely in Stetson Hills in the 90s and the 2000s. So we need to address some of the key and principal issues that we're looking for as we see these homes. And I point out a lot of these things because it helps you differentiate between the homes. You know, after a long day of showing homes and you see 8 to 10 homes, they're all 4 walls and a roof and beige walls. But we're going to try and differentiate between all the homes with some of these physical characteristics. So, walking up to it, what are the windows made of? Wood, vinyl, hopefully double pane. How about the roof? Has it recently been replaced? There's been a lot of hailstorms in Colorado Springs in the last 10 years, and we're hopeful that all the homes we see have a new roof. It helps your insurance. How about gutters? Were they replaced? Were they just reused? We can pretty easily identify that from the street looking at the home. Does it have a chimney? If it has a chimney and it was built in the early 2000s, it might actually be a functional chimney. It also just could be one of those cosmetic ones where they ran the flue chase for the water heater and the furnace. So we'll be sure to take a look at that. How about settling? As you walk up the walkway to the front door of the house, has the concrete stoop fallen? This is really easy to pick apart, especially on those 90 build homes where the walkway inevitably runs right next to the garage, and then there's that entrance off to the side of the home where you can see the concrete and the original line. Sometimes you can even see the original concrete snap line where the contractor put that blue or red line where they were pouring the concrete up to. If they're settling, we need to look out for settling out throughout the rest of the home. Take a look at the fence. Is the fence fully secured? Does it have good, strong posts? You know, as we're walking around the outside of the home, we're going to pay attention to this aspect, especially if you're bringing a pet. You know, you want to make sure that your dog or cat isn't going to get out. Sewer line flushouts, though not as common, certainly an item of concern. If we see them, we'd like to know the history on them. If we don't see them, I'll probably be advising to you that you get a sewer line inspection done on the home. How about landscaping? I'm mostly concerned with drainage around the property to make sure that that doesn't come up on the appraisal. Is there an HOA? If there is an HOA, you want to be aware of this one prior to actually seeing the home, because most people have a love or hated relationship with HOAs. Or more importantly, how particular is this HOA? What's their rigor surrounding paint jobs or putting your trash away? Let's walk into the inside. What do we see? Entryway right away. It's where the most footsteps fall. What's the condition of that material? Is it linoleum? Is it tile? Is it hardwood? Is it carpet? Pay attention to that because that sets a tone for the cleanliness and the condition of the rest of the home. How about the condition of the inside of the windows? Are they well cared for? Was the home professionally cleaned prior to listing the home? And are the window tracks, free of dirt and debris? How about cleanliness on the rest of the home, in the bathrooms, in the kitchen? Were things addressed before our showing? We want to pay attention to that because that denotes a level of care for the home. Are there popcorn ceilings? Though not at all common in homes built in the 2000s, definitely something we may see in the 90s. And if you hate them, we may not want to see the rest of the home. Are the washer and dryer staying? Ask that question. It's important because that's a big expense post-closing. Maybe you have your mind set on buying a new pair of machines, but what if you don't? Age of furnace and water heater. We're coming up on that time period when homes in the 90s and 2000s definitely should be having new appliances. HVAC experts tell me all the time, about 20 years is the life expectancy of a good furnace. So we're looking for that orange sticker on the outside of the units that shows that it was replaced with a permit. As far as concerns about plumbing and electric, we've passed the decades where Federal Pacific fuse panels were installed. We're past the decade where polybutylene piping appeared. We're getting into PEX. Most of the homes were plumbed with copper. So I'm usually not on high alert when I am showing homes that were built in the 90s and 2000s. So when we're in the mechanical space, we're mostly looking at, can I get to the furnace? Can I get to the filter box where I need to change the filter? And maybe there's some extra storage. A lot of the times, those rooms are unfinished and they make great storage spots so long as you don't get in front of your mechanicals. So if you have any questions, leave them below. And as I say always, thank you so much for watching. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next video where we talk about homes built in the 2000s up to current.